Hello, and welcome to Tea and Cribbage with Tegan. I'm your host, Tegan. Today's featured tea is the Tivana Perluna variety, which contains white tea, peach, pear, and papaya, kiwi pieces, chamomile flowers, and yellow rosebuds. That is a loose tea versus bagged tea. I'm not getting a lot of fruit. Mostly it's bitter, mayhaps or brewed. In celebration of St. Patrick's Day, our tea fun fact of the day is that the Irish consume more tea per head than any nation in the world. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Today's lesson is about dealing and discarding. To determine who deals, we cut the deck and low card deals. So I would cut and my opponent would cut. And in this case, my opponent would deal. I'm just going to deal for our purposes today. I shuffle the deck and I present the deck to my opponent, who either cuts the deck or knocks on the deck. The knock on a deck is like a goodwill gesture that my opponent believes I haven't, pulled any funny business when I was shuffling. I then deal out 6 cards per person. 4, 5, 6. I'm going to keep the deck as the dealer. This also reminds us who dealt, so we know whose crib it is. Now we have to discard. When it comes to discarding, if you dealt, it is your crib. The crib is like an extra hand, an extra bunch of points that you get at the end of this little exchange. So if it's my crib, I can throw points into the crib. I'm going to get them back. But if it was your crib, I don't want to throw you any points if I can avoid it. So here in this hand, I have a 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, and king. It's my crib, but I'm still going to keep the run of 3 and the 7. The 7 and the 3 plus the 5 is going to give me a 15. I'm going to throw the 9 and the king. It's really not doing anything for me right now. Let's look at my opponent's hand. This is a good hand. This is also a good practice hand to show this situation. Okay, we've got a pair of 6s, a 5, 2 10s, and a face card. It's my crib. You don't want to have to throw me points, but in this scenario, you're going to have to, because this is what you want to keep. 15-2, 15-4, 15-6, and a pair is 8, leaves you having to throw me the face card, so you have to throw me the pair of 6s. That goes into the crib. This is when we cut the deck for the flip, referred to in the prior lesson. The opponent cuts the deck, and the dealer flips up the top card. The 9. This will come into play when we count the points in our hand. This will also come into play when we count the crib. You know that because you threw me 6s, the 9 was not a lucky card for you, because 9 plus 6 is 15. So that pair of 6s just went from 2 points to 6. 15-2, 15-4, and a pair of 6. But I don't know that yet, because we haven't looked at our crib. That goes down there. We pick up our cards. And now we play, which will be our next lesson. This has been a Peekaboo Productions presents Tea and Cribbage with Tegan. Until next time, enjoy tea.